I'm Jeff Philbin, and this is Dinner DeeAs, where it's never too early to figure out what to have for dinner. Today, we have some international inspiration as we make an Asian shrimp bowl and learn how to whisk up a homemade teriyaki sauce, plus a Japanese cucumber salad. Joining me today to share this recipe is Vanessa Marquis. She's the corporate executive chef for Beef O'Brady's, The Brass Tap, and Nuke's Eatery. And this is a dish inspired by some new menu items that you created for Beef O'Brady's?
Yes, absolutely. We got 18 new menu items on the menu, started last month, and y'all have to come out and see it.
And you're part of a power culinary couple because your husband, Chef Rainey Marquis, joined us to make a seared sea bass with a citrus butter caviar sauce, tropical fruit salsa, rice, and veggies. And as always, if you missed that episode, it's ready to watch anytime on our website, dinnerdeas.com. How does it work having two culinary superstars sharing the same kitchen at the house? Like, who's stuck doing the cooking? And like, honestly, who's stuck doing the dishes?
Right. Well, first off, I didn't get to taste that dish, and it looked pretty amazing.
Okay, let me tell you this much. It was out of this world fantastic. And the fact of the matter is, Chef, if you have not cooked this for your beautiful bride here, what are you waiting for, my friend? Because it was that good. So
exactly. Well, when it comes down to cooking at home, since he's usually home from the office, I get home, dinner's on the table, so I'm quite lucky,
all right.
ladies.
You might get a little pass right there, pal, but this one's got to go into the rotation.
But that means I clean up. So.
Okay, so there is a little balance there.
And that can be pretty scary.
That's a little scary, but today's not going to be scary.
Not at all.
At all. So let's get started. And so where do we start here?
We're going to go ahead and start with getting our rice going. So if you want to go ahead, and we've got rice here. I've actually already washed and rinsed the rice.
Okay.
You don't have to, but you can.
And what do we have on the spoon here?
A little treat. Well, anyway, sometimes things can get pretty boring. So we're just going to add in a little bit of chicken base.
Okay.
Or you can add in some chicken stock.
Very nice.
Yeah, so we can go ahead and get those both in. That's going to dissolve pretty quickly because we have that water boiling. And then once that comes right back up to a boil, we're going to go ahead and put a lid on it. I'm going to slide it out of the way to get the rest going.
Okay.
Yeah, too easy.
Too easy. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to bring this back up to a boil over here now that the rice has hit it. What is next then?
So next we have up pickled red onions. This is something Chef Rainey and I always have in our refrigerator.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead. We've already got vinegar going, 1 cup of vinegar. We're going to go ahead and put the sugar inside of the vinegar that's already boiling. That's just going to dissolve.
And that's going to be perfect.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's great. Perfect.
All right, there we go. To grab a Chef Vanessa's recipe for everything she's making today, go to dinnerdeas.com. Everything is there waiting for you. All the amounts, the ingredients, and the directions. Easiest way to get there. Grab your phone, open the camera, and point it at the TV to scan the QR code. Put it right on the screen for you. When your phone recognizes it, a link to us will appear. Just press that, and you can follow along at home. All right, so we got our quick pickles over here of our onions here.
I mean, even if you put the camera right back on that, you already start to see the red onions start to turn color.
Yeah.
It's doing its magic. So we're just going to let that sit aside for about 10 minutes.
Fantastic.
And then you can put it in the fridge.
Very good.
Yep.
What's next then?
All right, next up we got teriyaki sauce. Okay, you can definitely just go buy teriyaki sauce.
Yeah.
That's completely fine. Beef O'Brady's, we do proprietary blends, so our sauces are made for us. But you know, these are things you have in your kitchen. So we're going to start off, of course, with water.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and put those in for me? Awesome. As you can see, it's hot and ready.
Ready.
Facial.
We got that. A little spritz over here. We're just doing a little steam bath over here. So we got a little bit of water. What's next then?
We got orange juice.
Orange juice going here, okay.
Mostly we all have orange juice in our fridge, and it's about, it's sitting there for a while. Let's get rid of it. You can use pineapple juice.
Love
We're
it.
going to put now soy sauce.
Soy sauce here.
Yeah, I have low sodium soy because we have a lot of flavors going on,
Absolutely.
a lot of salt going on.
And you can always control that because of that.
Absolutely. Brown sugar. We've got some minced garlic.
Okay.
And then next we have ginger. So ginger, if you want to use the microplane and go ahead and put some of that in there, what I like to use a microplane because you can really get the juices going out of that ginger, and you get more of a finer, where you don't have to strain it. A lot of times you go somewhere and they got chunks of ginger, you bite into it, it's super spicy.
Totally.
Right. So with this here, we're just going to put, that's perfect. Those are going to, those flavors are going to bloom in there. That garlic
and I love
and
the smell
ginger.
of it too. I mean, like, it's just like, doesn't it just get you like
excellent.
Every single time?
It heightens your senses.
Big time.
Yes. Okay, so we're just going to let that come up to a quick little simmer there. And once that gets simmering and we're blending those things together, we're gonna go ahead now and make a slurry.
Okay.
So we've got cornstarch and we've got some water. There really is no correct, rule of thumb that you must have a correct ratio.
Okay.
It's about making the paste, so when we put it in there, we're able to thicken it. But
Okay.
remember, we want to cook out that cornstarch.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and mix in some of this water here. I've got a teeny weeny little whisk. Usually at home, don't tell anyone, but I'll use my finger. It's kind of just so you can feel that paste is dissolved.
And it's the paste that you're
Yes.
feeling for, and that is. I mean, you cook with all your senses, and touch is one, though,
That
right?
is
I mean, come on now.
Absolutely. And what do they say? I cook with wine, and sometimes I put it in the face.
Sometimes, exactly.
Exactly. Great. Okay, so what we want to do now, I know you're a pro at this, so we're going to take this slurry now. This is now coming to a boil. You got your whisk, and we're going to do a little bit at a time.
Yep, just going to slowly add and
Right?
incorporate.
And that's with any rule of thumb for cooking is start with a little bit. Recipes are a guideline. We want to be able, if you don't like garlic or you like a little garlic, what I put in, start, with a half a clove, or or if you like a bunch like I do.
Because you could always add more.
Exactly.
You can't take it away.
Exactly.
All right.
That is true. So what we want to do here is ultimately, when we get it to the consistency we want, we want to be able to coat the back of our spoon, and we call that nappe. So when we got a little bit of thickness on it, you can run your finger behind the spoon, and I'll show you briefly when we get there.
Okay.
But it may need a minute, so we can actually set that aside and let that come to the consistency we want.
I love it because while our sauce is going to be shaping up, the pickles, well, they're just pickling over there. We're taking a quick break. When we come back, how to bring it all together with shrimps and veggies for a quick, delicious dinner ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're taking some international inspiration for dinner today, thanks to Chef Vanessa Markey. She's the corporate executive chef for the Brass Tap, Nuke's Eatery, and Beef O'Brady's. And today's recipe was inspired by new items she's created for their menu, an Asian shrimp bowl. Before the break, we put our rice on to cook, then heated vinegar and sugar to pour over some sliced red onions and made some quick pickles. Then started a homemade teriyaki sauce combining water, orange juice, brown sugar, soy sauce, garlic, and ginger, then whisking cornstarch and water to make a nice little slurry, slowly adding that in to help thicken. And
Too easy.
Too easy.
Yes.
I hear
super
you've
simple.
got an easy trick though for broccoli though.
Yeah, follow me.
All right, so what do we got going on
so
here?
So broccoli in a Ziploc bag or any sandwich bag.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and put your portion right into the microwave for 30 seconds.
What's the purpose of putting it in the microwave then? What do you
Well,
find?
I think I can get away with telling one little restaurant chain secret.
Oh, hold on. We got a secret tip over here, folks?
Secret tip.
Whoa,
I mean,
whoa.
Extra steps. We don't have enough time at home to be doing so many things, right?
Yeah, you're on the go, people. We got time's money. Let's go. All
Instead
right.
of getting your bowl of ice and your water blanching and shocking and
Yeah, no one's got time for that.
Right.
Okay.
So right now, 4 more seconds and we're ready to go.
So putting it into the microwave allows you that opportunity to get away from those steps.
Absolutely.
Easy breezy. And you're learning restaurant tips of the trade
So
here.
right now, we're just going to let it sit aside. It's got steam in it. You see it all puffed
And
up.
that was just raw broccoli.
Yes, raw broccoli.
Any water, anything in there.
Nope, nothing's in there. If you would like, you can put a little, if you want to do it ahead of time, just butter, salt, and pepper. You can put it all in there and set it aside until you're ready to eat.
And then it's ready to go for her. All right, so broccoli's already tackled. To grab the recipe for Chef Vanessa's Asian shrimp bowl, go to dinnerdeas.com. The amounts, the ingredients, the directions, they're all ready to print. Just scan the QR code to get there. So, what's next?
All right, let's start cooking. We've got some sliced onions and some mushrooms. Now remember, you can go ahead and, if you want to start off with in the wok, because we want to stir fry it, it's ready to go. It's going to be nice and hot.
Okay.
And we're going to save the rest of that for the shrimp. We're going to put our onions in, because as of right now, that takes the longest. So we want to start with the veg that takes the longest, which isn't much because, as you can hear, we already got some sizzle going.
We already got a nice little sizzle going. Okay.
So we've got some tongs here, and those are going to get cooking for just a bit. If you want, what I'm going to do is go ahead and in the meantime, while that's cooking down, I'm just going to season these a bit, just with a little salt and pepper.
Keeping it simple.
Yeah, and then the reason being, obviously, our teriyaki sauce packs a lot of flavor.
Bingo.
So we just want to give this a little twirl.
And what are we working with the shrimp here? Anything special here?
nothing's extremely special about the shrimp. You can get these anywhere, frozen section. These are size 26-30s. We use these.
But what does that mean? When someone's at the grocery store and they see numbers when they're buying shrimp, what does that mean? Like, U15s and the 26-30s that you're referencing.
When we say
what's that all about?
26-30s, we're talking about how many shrimp per pound. And that's going to be the average size. You're going to get maybe 26 to 30 or anything in the average in between. All right. So those are going. Now we're going to go ahead and put in our mushrooms.
Okay.
And our broccoli.
Broccoli's ready to go. Cooked in a very secret way. Very practical. Because, you think, hey, it's the microwave. It's just going to be reheating that, slice of pizza for it.
Well,
no.
you know what? Sometimes people frown upon microwave, but sometimes they can be very useful. And, especially, like I said, we're on the go. We have families to feed. We just want to get it done.
Got to get it done.
Right.
All right.
All right. So those are sitting and going for cook for another minute or two. Let's go ahead and put our shrimp in. We're going to add in a little bit more of that oil. I like sesame oil when I'm cooking Asian foods. You can really smell the nutty flavor of it.
Yeah.
I love it. As you can see, that's going on a good high heat. You can hear it. Our shrimp here now are going to cook. Right now, they're obviously translucent. And we want to make sure that they turn opaque, right?
Okay. Now, could someone use frozen shrimp if they wanted to?
Absolutely. Again, it just simplifies it. You want to be able to just get them heated up. I mean, if you want to just put them in the pan briefly, or if you wanted to put them in the microwave with a little bit of moisture, cover it up, and just put it in for maybe, depending on how many shrimp you have. If you have the amount we've got right here, we have about 16 pieces.
I love it.
Then you're going to put it in for about a minute, no more, because then you let them sit and the steam will get them.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so what we're looking here for is just that nice pink color?
Yes, as they're turning pink, we'll be able to turn them over. So we'll go ahead and give these a little twirl. All right, these are looking good.
Love that.
Yeah, all right. So what I like to do is, I have a little combination here. You can use chili garlic sauce. I like to use chili garlic sauce, and my husband's a huge fan of chili crisp.
Okay.
Chili crisp is now very, very widely stored at any grocery store. And it's all the great flavors you get, but it has a little bit of a crunch to it.
I mean, look at this. We got the veggies that are still going to just take a little bit more. The shrimp look like they're almost done. So when we come back, how it all combines with our rice into a picture-perfect bowl, plus a Japanese cucumber salad, I'll show you how to make ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Chef Vanessa Markey is here today sharing a recipe for an easy Asian shrimp bowl. And if you just tune in, believe me, folks, it's nothing you couldn't make at home, even if you've never made Asian food before. Because before the break, we heated sesame oil, frying up onions, mushrooms, and broccoli, which this is a chef's secret here you gave to everybody here. We didn't waste any time blanching. We just gave it 30 seconds in a baggie in the microwave, and that was it.
Yeah.
Then we season our shrimp and cook them in a different pan so we could add some chili garlic sauce to our veggies and keep the flavor separate for now. Now, we started off with just a little chicken bouillon that was going in with your rice to give it a little more flavor, but it wasn't done just yet.
No, we're finishing it right now.
We got to finish it just now here.
Yes, this is really beautiful right now, right? Really fluffy. What I had here is to show you.
Yeah, I was looking at this going like, wait, what are we doing here with this bad boy?
Okay, so ultimately, you don't want to put this all the way down onto the bottom of your nonstick pan, because that's going to ruin
destroy it. Like, what are you? All right.
So a little trick of the trade, another one I didn't plan on.
Whoa, we got two. That's it?
Two.
All right, here we go.
What we're going to do this for is gently, as if you can see, it allows for you to, right? Because when you get a spoon, you come in here, it's usually really clumpy, and you get smushed up against the,
It's such a large surface here that it just starts to stick and just come together.
So that just allows it to fluff that up a bit.
Okay.
All right, and we're going to put that aside. So what we're going to do now, now that that's over with, I'm going to take, with the amount that we have, I'm going to take one whole lime, and I'm going to go ahead and use our little squeezer here, and we're going to go ahead and put all the lime juice inside.
I love it.
Right?
So we're getting another layer of flavor that's happening here with our rice.
Absolutely. This is probably, I mean, you can use this also in Latin dishes, the cilantro lime rice, because it's one of my favorites.
Absolutely.
Our daughter, she loves it because it's she loves Chipotle, so
hey, if it helps to eat all the veg that's going to be in this bowl too, I mean, let's go with it.
Take a big handful of this. Again, if you don't like cilantro, you don't have to use it. And then also too, if you like a lot of cilantro like we do at home, then I just put it all in. Put it all in. All right, so I'm just giving this a nice little mixture here.
Because you could have just done the plain rice and just let that be. You could have just said, hey, I already just put the chicken bouillon. It's boring that way. Here, a little bit more lime, a little bit of some cilantro. Boom. Quick, easy.
Shrimp done. Vegetables are done, right?
Love it. Beautiful sauce.
All right, so let's get to our cucumber salad.
Okay, cucumber salad. So walk me through this a little bit.
Yeah, cucumber salad can be very, very plain and simple. Sometimes simple is better. Growing up, what we used to do, if you want to start with the dressing. This is the dressing.
This is the dressing here. So what am I adding in here?
So right now you have soy sauce.
Soy sauce, okay.
Little rice wine vinegar.
Okay.
Sugar. Some chili garlic sauce, some red pepper flakes, and some garlic.
Love it.
And
now,
we're just going to whisk this together. And ultimately, this really came from my godfather, my uncle.
Okay.
And when we came home from school, he would make for my cousin and I just some cucumbers sliced up.
Okay.
And then he would squeeze some lemon juice on it and some soy sauce.
Okay.
And now my husband, he loves it. When we just want something on the side to kind of cleanse our palate from something spicy or just something that's heavily and savory, we take a few bites of this in between, and it's really great.
all right, but okay, let's not overlook the fact. There's some kids that are coming home from school and just having like a PB&J.
Right.
This is what you were having after school as a snack?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I have also
I like that, Uncle. All right, come on now.
Yeah. He's my late uncle is Japanese, and God bless him and miss him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But that's so cool because now we get to be able to celebrate his memory, and he's
Absolutely.
always with us in this beautiful salad. So
it's great.
everything's mixed together, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now what we can do is we can pour this right into our cucumbers.
Okay.
We can just that's just our dressing. It gives it a lot of flavor. Cucumbers tackle anything. They're a great source of vitamin A and fiber. Okay, so we're ready to plate.
Easy. All right.
Okay, great. All right. So what we start first is we're just going to get a little bit of these cucumbers right into a tiny little bowl. Cute. All right. A couple more.
I love it.
A little bit of cilantro.
Very nice.
And, of course, some roasted peanuts.
Oh, I love it.
And what I'm going to do, just because it reminds me of how we used to, what my uncle did, he would just squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on it. And
That sounds
it's just really bright. It's really great.
It brings it together like that.
Really
Nice.
Does. All right. Let's get this all put aside, and let's go ahead and just get the plating together.
Okay.
Let's get the rice first.
Let's get the rice. I'm going to pass the rice over.
Okay, that's stuff. So the rice we're going to go ahead and put on the front, or actually on the whole bottom of the plate. Okay. So... smells so good. Can you smell it?
Oh, yeah.
Smells great. Cilantro lime rice, very easy, right?
Super easy. And just another layer of that flavor that you can just take it to the next extreme here. Okay?
Absolutely. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get the vegetables.
Veggies coming over.
Yeah.
Boom.
And with the vegetables, we're just going to put them on the top part of the plate. Just put a bunch there. Looks great.
I love it.
Yeah. Mushrooms, you could put bell peppers in this if you wanted to, carrots. It's up to you.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right, and then our shrimp.
Shrimp. Coming right over.
Okay. Shrimp, we're going to go ahead and put 8 of these. This is what we do at Beefs. We put 8 on. It's a good portion.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And then now teriyaki sauce.
Teriyaki sauce
If
coming.
you want to give that a good drizzle on, I'll let you do that there. We're going to put it all on the shrimp there.
Just on the shrimp here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And be generous. I mean, I want to taste some
You
teriyaki
want to
sauce.
go all right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm being.
I want to taste some teriyaki sauce in this. Absolutely.
Let's go with it then.
All right. Well, great. Now we're just going to finish off with a little bit of sesame seeds toasted sesame seeds on top.
Very nice.
And the beautiful, gorgeous pickled red
And look how
onions.
those colors now have just really come alive on that.
Absolutely.
Oh, that
Look
looks
at that.
absolutely stunning and beautiful here.
Yes.
For something different for your dinner night. And remember, it's fine to just buy the teriyaki sauce, which would make this even quicker. Grab Chef Vanessa's recipes with everything you need to know at dinnerdeals.com. Just scan the QR code to get there. Well, this looks absolutely beautiful. When we come back, it's taste testing time for me and Chef Vanessa ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz. Sharing her idea for your dinner today is Vanessa Markey, corporate executive chef for the Brass Tap, Nuke's Eatery, and Beef O'Brady's, where she's just added something very similar to their menu. It's an Asian shrimp bowl with a cucumber salad inspired by Chef Vanessa's Japanese uncle. I mean, this looks absolutely fantastic.
It's gorgeous.
And it's fun.
You eat with your eyes first.
We eat with our eyes, but that's why we got to take the fork to lead the eyes to it. So where are you going first on this journey with me?
I'm gonna go for a combination of the shrimp,
Okay.
the rice, and the sauce.
I'm going and following your lead here. And you think you're gonna get that with all one fork there?
Watch me.
Ooh, all right, let's do it.
Delicious.
That's killer.
The teriyaki sauce, homemade,
Like, you can't beat that.
not too sweet. Got a nice little of a sodium from that soy sauce. It's really good.
And we controlled all that movement, making that a little bit of slurry to thicken it a little bit. It has the perfect movement that coats the palate really nicely. All right, you going in for your veggies now?
Yeah, veggies. I know they can always wait.
You
but-
said that in such a way that was like, oh, you know, we gotta eat the veggies too, yes, but. Whoa there, kiddo. I got a little bit of the pickled onion. That's out of this world. That nice little burst of energy behind it.
Yep.
With all the flavors of the veggies and that chili crunch that it's tossed with.
Yep.
Little heat.
Little heat on the back end. Love it. And I'm not one for I'm big on heat, but just a little heat is good, and I feel it.
You kind of need that. You kind of need that a little bit. All right, let's go into this beautiful cucumber salad because this was your uncle's recipe here.
Takes me right back to my childhood.
Doesn't that, isn't that a great feeling when food can do that? It just transports you back to another time.
Sure does.
That's awesome. And this is absolutely killer. I think you'd be really proud of you being able to pay homage to
I
his
hope
recipe.
so.
I know so. I know so. Thanks again to Chef Vanessa. Taste the line of new dishes she's developed at Beef O'Brady's near you. And to make this for yourself, grab her recipe at our website, dinnerdeas.com. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with more Dinner Deas.